Here. All right, welcome everybody to Diamond Zone Wednesday morning. Hopefully everybody had a great day yesterday. And everybody knows that the pay cycle did end yesterday. It's a whole new pay cycle this week. So you know the importance of pay cycles. We're going to talk about that a little bit today, of the different ways in which we get paid. But as everybody knows, we have the Las Vegas event that is coming up October 21st and 22nd. Real simple. If there's a company event, you should be there. This is the first international conference for the United States. Obviously, if you're serious about building the business, you need to figure out how to get there. And by the way, if you don't have a room yet, just so you know, the Palms Hotel is going through some renovation, and they're really taking it to a whole nother level. And during this time, the rooms are still great, but I heard from somebody it's much less inexpensive. It's very inexpensive if you want to stay at the Palms Hotel. So just FYI, if you're looking for a room, look at Palms Place. Palms Place is a separate tower away from some of the construction and remodeling that they're doing in the main casino. So if you're just going there to sleep, and it's a great hotel, great rooms, it is pretty inexpensive compared to everywhere else, because there's a lot of conferences and conventions at that time when we're there, and you know what they do to the hotel prices. So just make note of that. Also, as everybody knows, if I shrink this, there is also a special training. I always want to make sure I touch on all the stuff, because there's always new people joining this call. And that is on Thursday the 19th. They're calling it Equip Yourself, which is basically a training to learn the skill sets of all the top earners. Well, in order to be taught the skill set from top earners, you have to have top earners that are teaching, right? So different phases of the business, and you could see some of the things that will be covered by some of these top people. So my point is this: if you could figure out how to be there, I would certainly be there, but understand this is a separate event. It's separate from the company. This is not a company-sponsored event. It's done by a group of distributors coming together. So people who are coming to Vegas, gets everything they possibly can out of that event. So it's $99. It includes the all-day training on Thursday, which starts at 10 o'clock to 7, and then also includes dinner Friday night if you are not a diamond or above. Because if you are a diamond and above, a company-sponsored event at Caesar's Palace will be held. So those are all the different things that are coming up. These are some of the speakers that you will hear from. Grand presidents, double presidents, also special guest speakers, Grand President Millionaires, Chad and Natita, and Mr. Jeremy Roma, presidential millionaire. So it's going to be a great event on Saturday. On Thursday. There's the time frames. Training begins at 10 o'clock. Registration starts at 8:30. We'll break for lunch for an hour. Then we'll go from 2 to 7. Then obviously after 7, right, there's going to be some type of a social event somewhere. We always want to get together. But it's a great way to kick off Las Vegas. So that is what is going on. And by the way, the venue is Palace Station. So I want to make sure I did cover that. And also announcing today, and I want you guys to market this. Bob Bearden just made president. A lot of you know who Bob Bearden is. And I'm going to have Bob Bearden do Diamond Zone tomorrow morning. Bob Bearden will be doing Diamond Zone tomorrow morning. Okay, so guys, market this. Market this to everybody. It's always great to increase the attendance. And he's going to be talking about consistency. So Bob and I, we did the event in Las Vegas, the Disrupt event, and I got to know Bob, and he is a great, great guy. He is somebody that's been in the industry a long time. He's a top earner, and when you hit that president rank, guys, I'm just telling you, things change. Things change when you hit diamond because you're being recognized as leadership. But there's layers of leadership, right? You got your diamonds. First step of leadership. Then you got your presidents, and you got your double presidents, and you got your presidential millionaires. So when you get to hear from somebody like this, you want to make sure you're in attendance. So tomorrow morning, Bob Bearden will be doing Diamond Zone. So I think that's pretty exciting. And now I'm going to see here. Tonight, by the way, tonight is our opportunity call. And our opportunity call is going to be given by none other than Diamonds, Shaylisa, and Tim. So please make sure you're marketing that event. You know, Shaylisa and Tim have been involved and got to Diamond very, very quickly. There's your Diamond leaders. You'll probably hear from them today with Diamond tips. So as you know, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, we have our opportunity briefings. Okay. Now, that leads me into where I'm going to need your help. And I'm going to look at the results and we'll make a decision. Let me see here. Where am I going with this now? Bob Bearden, I got that. I'm going to have diamond tips, opportunity presentation, covered all that. And I'm just going to put this slide up. And then we will get into where I need help. Okay. So you can see the slide, right? Simple and lucrative? Yes, everybody? Okay. All right. So here's where I need your help. I want everybody, how many people are on right now? Okay, I think that'll probably be the max today. Okay. So I'd love to see 75 votes, okay, on your chat. So as you know, guys, we're very consistent here on Diamond Zone, right? We're every Monday, every morning at 7 a.m. And that will continue Monday through Friday. Yeah, I'm a firm believer in consistency and training and things for people to plug into. Okay, but the opportunity presentations that are every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, I just want a simple vote. Okay, do you like to keep it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific time? Here's the other choice, okay, because I've just gotten some feedback. Sunday through Thursday, 6 o'clock Pacific time. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Consistency, okay, here's why. Sunday is the best day, okay, always is, okay, and then we have a consistent roll. Friday sometimes is the day that doesn't have that much attendance, okay? So would you rather keep it the same, just put on your chat same, or put on your chat change? And total is just going to be a straight vote. Okay, I don't care if the vote is 30 to 31 in favor, 31 wins. Okay, it doesn't matter to me. Okay, but we're gonna rotate different speakers on these calls. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is the first choice. So and Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday is the second choice. So the vote is same or change. Same or change. Let me see chats and see. Oh, wow. You guys are voting. This is good. Let's just see. Let me just get that. Okay. I got it. Okay. You guys have spoken already. Got it. Okay, I probably do agree with that, but I don't want to sway you guys. But because to me, it's I like consistency. So, all right, so that's all I needed today. That was good, right? And we'll make that change on Sunday. It'll be starting next week if that's the vote. If that's the vote. All right. So, once again, if you are a diamond or above this morning, If you are a diamond or above this morning, be prepared for diamond tips to give all these people on this call a tip for you that you have used to take your business to another level, or something that you really, really believe in, okay? And, you know, we probably have, I don't know, 7, 10, so you're going to take about 2-3 minutes each, all right? All right, so just to recap, because I want to give time on the diamond tips. I want people to understand the different ways we earn money here. And I know this is very basic, but sometimes, okay, a lot of people don't understand the comp plan. Okay, do you understand your first commission is a fast start commission? Now, everything we do at World Global Network is based on SV, sales volume. Because we're able to do business in 195 countries, okay, not everything we do is in dollars, they're in points. And our points translate into our commissions, except for your fast start bonus. Your fast start bonus is paid on the full retail. Okay, now the full retail is based on, okay, packages, because you all know what floods our comp plan. Okay, you guys have seen this before. Okay, every time someone in your organization buys a Hilo, downloads an app, when we go to our apps, buys the BioZen, or coming up the phone, there's going to be points associated, okay, with those purchases. Okay, but what constitutes a fast start commission is when people make their initial product purchase. Okay, and the only packages they could buy in their initial product purchase is what's on your screen. So if I'm Janice, okay, and Janice sponsors a personal bundle, what does Janice make? She makes $34.90, right? 10% of $349. If Janice sponsors a family bundle, what does she make? $135. If she sponsors a premium, what does she make? I'm rounding up $1, $200. If they add the BioZen, what does she make? $135. That's the fast start commission. That's probably the most straightforward commission we have. Okay? So obviously, if you're a good recruiter, right, you can make a lot of money on fast start commissions. Okay? So that's the 10% that when I go through this, you understand. Right? So it's based on product purchased, right? What if Janice sends somebody to her website and they just bought a single Hilo? Okay, what's a single Hilo? $200, right? What does she make? $20. So she could generate fast start commissions just by selling product or packages. The next commission is our binary commission. Binary, okay, means that you are building two teams. A lot of you guys have seen this over and over again. Okay, I know Lisa's trained on this in your back office. But here's what I want you guys to understand. The biggest struggle in our business, the biggest struggle in the business is building a consumer base that's consistently throwing off volume. Right? Because as you know, you could come into an organization and you can hit a ranking very quickly. Right? But just because you hit a rank doesn't mean you have consistent dollars coming through your organization. Building your base, this is the work. Is building a base where you have two power legs that's consistently throwing off volume. So as an example, on this commission, I gotta be able to write here, okay? Watch. If this is you, okay, this is you, and you go out there and you sponsor your first two people, right? One on your left, one on your right. Okay, and you went out there and you personally sponsored these two people and they both bought family packs. Okay, family pack is what? $13.49? Okay, now this might be a better way for you guys to understand it. So $13.49 is a family pack. And if you sponsored your first two people, what would you make here? You'd make $135 times 2, right? You guys following that? So that's 270 bucks. Now, what's the points associated when somebody buys a family pack? Okay, there's points. See, now that $13.49 doesn't live in the binary. The $13.49 only lives on your personal commission. That $13.49 now turns into 500 points. This is what is paid in the dual team. You could see when you go to your back office, you could see the points associated with each package. So if you brought two people in, one left, one right, in your fast start commissions, you're making 270 here, right? Aren't you making 270? Yes. And now, because you got your two people and you accumulated 500 points, you now lock in your 20%. If you don't do that, how much commission are you earning? 10%. You got to drive 500 points in any length of time for you to get your 20%. So when I say, if you're brand new on this call, get this done quickly, why do you want to mess around with 10% and accumulating the volume? Just get it done, because now you have 500 points left, 500 points right. You now make 20% of 500. What is that? On this right here, you make 100 bucks. So now you just made $370 by you being a qualified team developer. I'm sorry, team builder. Okay, that's the binary commission. Now watch what happens. As these two people go out there and they sponsor people, and you start to build these two teams, doesn't it look like this? You hope at some point it looks like this. And you hope down here somewhere you have leadership and you have people building their organization. Because what happens is every week the company totals all the dollars. So let's say this week here, this leg of all people's coming in the business. Here's a 500. This person came in, and you know when someone buys a personal bundle, there's 120 points. Someone buys a premium pack, there's 750 points, right? So let's say all the people in this leg, and they totaled it, equal 10,000 points of all the people getting involved. And let's say this leg of all the people getting involved in a week equaled 7,000 points. Now that you know how points work, okay? What would you earn? Well, first of all, you team builder. Yes, I'm gonna assume everybody's a team builder because that's the first step. You got to get that done. So that's 20%. So now they take and total this, and they go, okay, there's 10,000 here and there's 7,000 here. 20% of the matching volume, or you can just make it real easy, the lesser leg. You get paid on the lesser leg. So what's less, 7 or 10? Okay, 20% of 7,000 is 1,400 bucks. That week, you'd make 20% of 7,000. You'd make $1,400 that week. Now, a lot of people, even though this is basic, don't know this. The following week, they erase everything except what matches. So now you got paid on the 7,000, right? So this gets subtracted from here because they paid you on 7,000. So the following week, what does this side have up? 0. What does this side have up? 3,000. Okay, take me off mute, mute me, guys. Okay, so now watch this. Now, aren't you always looking to add new people? You personally? You control this now. Now, if you started adding people the following week, where would you add them? Would you add them on your right leg or would you put them on your left leg? Where would you put them? You'd put them on your left leg, right? Because you have $3,000 here to capture. So you'd put everything then on that week on this leg because you want to make sure you match it. Now, having said that, that's how the binary commission works. It's done weekly. I just want to make sure you understand that. It's done weekly, but isn't the next step to get to team developer? Okay, now this is where I want you guys to understand something. I'm not going to train on this very long today, but I just touching on it. As you know, when you bring your first person into the business, and I do this every time I do a presentation, they go here. Okay, your first person goes here, your second person goes here. Your third person goes here, your fourth person goes here. So I tell a brand new person, you need to structure, okay, as fast as you can, as many personal sponsors on your team as you can, and you're going to alternate them, regardless of what the volume is. Regardless of what the volume is. Okay, I want to make sure I put no less than 5 people left and 5 people right. Okay, because to become a team developer, any one of your personal sponsors, you got to teach one of these 5 people on your left and one of these 5 people on their right. You got to help them get there too. So let's say it was this person down here. These people didn't do anything. You brought this person in, he didn't bring anybody in. This person, you're working with them, they didn't bring anybody in. But this person, nobody. But this one got there too. Aren't you down your 5th level here to find somebody that got there too? Well, that then makes that leg qualified as a team developer. And now you got to go over here. Now you got to go over here and you got to work with any one of these people to help them get there too before you are an official team developer. First step, get your 2. But you don't stop at 2. This is where a lot of people, okay, I'm in. I'm golden. I got my 2. And we stop. Do you guys know that in order to get some traction, and I know you've seen this training 1,000 times, the goal is to put 20 people personally left and 20 people personally right. And to get the traction you need should be done in a 6-month period or sooner. Now, if I told you this was the formula to get to diamond, where you'd have, if you were, let's just say you were going to be a consistent diamond, and you knew that was the formula to get to $2,000 in earnings a week, would that not be your focus? Would that not be the, if you go, that was the magic plan. Okay, but you know what this magic plan really is? It's really a plan how to get to president. That's really the plan. Because what you have to do to get to diamond, okay, I just showed you how to get to team developer. 2 people and anywhere down here through a personal recruit help one of these people get there too, and one of these people get there too. But to become a diamond, you need 5 team developers left and 5 team developers right. Now, what we're saying to you, not Jeff's program, what we're saying to you is, if you put 20 people in left and 20 people in right, we know without a doubt, okay, there's going to be 5 team developers out of 20 here and 5 team developers out of 20 here. But if you're basing this on, okay, I brought in 4, and I know I'm going to find 1 superstar on each side, this is where the unrealistic expectations come in. Guys, listen, in our business, it's the recruiting ball. In any business, it's the recruiting ball. Okay, Bally's was in business for 50 years. Every day I had a quota, add new people. Every car dealership doesn't say, well, we sold 400 cars last month. Okay, we got to sell, we're done, we're good. Every restaurant, we need new people. We need new people. Every business is consistently and constantly recruiting to build the base. To build the base. Because if you want this to keep throwing off cash every week, not good weeks and bad weeks, right? Which a lot of people is how we do this. I get it. I understand it. Okay, good week. Oh, I'm a president this week. Well, not next week. I'm barely a team developer. Okay, that's because we stopped doing what we're supposed to do to build this consistently. How much money would be thrown off if you had 4,000 people left and 4,000 people right? If you just did straight percentages. Let's just say you had 20% of people active on each side. Okay, what's 20% of 4,000? Okay, isn't that 800? I think that's 800, right? Yeah, that's 800 people on each side. What if you had 10%? That's 400 people each side adding people. See, this is where very few people are going to get to. Staying in long enough to build the base. But in order to build the base, you got to know the importance of it. It's finding the layers of leadership in your organization. And now, okay, all of a sudden, you wake up on Tuesday, the month closes. This is what we're seeing. And on Wednesday, it's like, bring. All of a sudden, right? All these people that we have in our organization, volume just comes in. First of all the 30 points come in. You know what the 30 points are? It's all the people that you got on the loyalty program. Do you understand loyalty? Okay. Now you understand your binary, right? It's paid on the matching volume. Let's talk about check matching for a second. Okay, I might go. I'm just gonna keep going. Okay, check matching. Do you know in check matching we're still doing diamond tips? Okay, check matching works like this. Do you know that when you sponsor people in the binary, they live down there somewhere? But do you know in check matching, any personal sponsor you have lives on your first level? We sponsored 95 people. I got 95 people on generation 1. That's my first generation. It doesn't matter how far down they are in the binary, they're still your personal sponsor. You don't give up personal sponsors because you make 10%. See this 10% that a lot of you look at every time I do a presentation, you go, what's that? Okay. Do you know that 10% is paid every time one of your personally sponsored people earns money in the binary? You make 10% of what they earn. You make 10%. Okay, so if Pierre's my personal sponsor and he went out there and he earned $2,000 because he qualified diamond. He just barely made diamond. He made $2,000 in the binary. He's my personal sponsor. He's my first level. I make 10% of that 2,000. So I make $200. Now watch this. If I'm a diamond and Pierre, who's on my first level, sponsors Mary, and Mary earns 2,000, okay, what does Pierre earn? He earns 10%, right? But what do I earn? I earn 5% off Mary's check. And then Mary sponsors Steve, and I'm a diamond. Well, do you understand now I can hit another 5% on that check? You got to understand the power of check matching. So our compensation plan is the best of The binary for speed, that's what the binary does. It promotes speed. It promotes urgency. But the check matching is really the solid foundation of your company, of having people earn money. So that's why when we got to, watch this, this is a good example. When we went from president, we captured 4 levels. When we went to double president, we weren't capturing 5% on our 5th level. So do you know, just by going from president to double president in that week, because we caught another level, our income went up $6,000? Capturing one more level. Now, do you know there's things now that fall out of this level? And when we get to grand president, and this is why when you see all this, Chad and Tita make more money at 1% on their 10th level than they do the other 9 combined. Why is that? Because of geometric progression. If you took geometric progression, guys, of 5, just take 5. I don't know if I can even do the math. Okay? You brought in 5 people. That's your first level. Those 5 brought in 5. That's 25 people on your second level, right? They brought in 5. That's 125 people on your third level. 625 on your fourth. 3125 on your fifth. Watch this one. 15,625 on your sixth. What do we get paid down 10 levels? I can't do it. I can't do it. What's 15 times 5? 15, 30, 45, 60. Let's say 75,000 on your 6. 75, 150, 300, 450, 450,000 people on your, you guys got it? So on Chad and Tita's 10th level, what do they have? 3 million people? What would you rather have? 1% of 3 million people's checked, or the rest combined? Do you guys got it? This is check matching. Check matching can get paid through 10 levels. So when you hit diamond, guys, you get 3 levels of check matching. Now, if you're missing it, okay, that's okay. The company pays it all out whether you understand it or not. But I want you to understand we have the best of both worlds in our comp plan. I'm going to say it again. Binary is meant for speed. Position yourself. This is how you close. Get yourself in, because people are adding people every day. You should be using positioning to close people. If you got people in your funnel, listen, you need to get in, because my group is adding people today that you could possibly benefit from. Now, is that a lie? Of course, no, it's not. Can a new person not all of a sudden wake up the next day and have somebody underneath them? If they're a part of an organization that was really adding people every day? Yes. I'm going to promote that. I'm going to use that as urgency. That's what the binary does. And a binary gets you immediate income quickly because it's paid weekly. Your check matching is long-term, solid foundation, because you're really going to only be making check matching from people who are building the company, right? If someone gets involved and does nothing, what's 10% of somebody doing nothing on their check? Okay, it's nothing. Okay, so that's my point. So that's why check matching is so powerful. Okay, so that's your check matching. Loyalty box. I'm just going to touch on this one. The loyalty box is an extra 1% of everybody you have in your organization that's on the loyalty program. Now, you know the loyalty program, right? I hope you know the loyalty program. It's optional, you know that. Everybody knows it's optional. But when you bring a new person in, you got to go through loyalty. Sell it. Sell it. Everybody on my team who's built, put it this way, everybody that I earn check matching bonuses on is on loyalty. Every single person in my organization that I earn check matching bonuses on is on loyalty. And I tell everybody about it. It's $59 a month. You know all the benefits. Now, people go, okay, that's extra 1%. Okay? 1% in what you're paid in the binary on your pay leg. So isn't there 52 weeks in every year, right? So every week, if you're making money every week in the binary, you should see an extra 1%. So if you made $2,000 this week in the binary, you should see $20 going into the money box. That represents 1% of $2,000. So you're going to get an extra 1%. They total all the earnings that you've done for the year, and they pay you an extra 1%. Or they take the volume. Doesn't make a difference. It's all the same thing. Okay. So if let's say your pay leg in a week, you did $50,000, 50,000 points. Okay, 50,000 points. What's 1% of that, guys? That's the money box. And I see it every week. I get it added. I tell you all the time, we have 12,000 sitting there. 12 grand. So that's the loyalty. It's paid on, right? It's paid weekly. It's paid on your lesser leg volume. Volume, not dollars, volume. Okay? Now, last but not least, car bonuses. Your car bonus, I'm gonna shut up. Your car bonus starts when you hit diamond. But here's the caveat. Our diamond qualification is weekly. So I would have to hit diamond 4 weeks in a row for me to get my $1,000. I got to have diamond volume 4 weeks in a row. Then they go, okay, 4 weeks in a row was done. Here's your 1,000. Diamond, 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 just missed it. No $1,000. Okay, and you always start over. So diamond, 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 nothing. Okay, now they go to the next month. When there's 4 in a row, they pay you the $1,000. So that's even more of an incentive to make sure you have consistent volume, right? So that's how car bonuses work. VIP trips is basically they announce a trip. They go, if you're qualified a diamond or above during this time frame, you could go on the trip. And leadership stock incentives, do you know where they start? They start at president. When you hit president, this is where they start giving you shares of stock in the company. And as you climb, the shares increase. Okay, so that's how that works. Is that 5 TDs on left and right in one pay cycle? Is that 5 TDs on left and yes. Am I missing something? Yes, it is. Yes. That we go to diamond. Yes. 4 in 1 week and not stopping. Yes, that's right. And that's 10. That is 10 week cycle. Yeah. Change. Okay. Everybody wants to change. Okay. All right. So guys, I just wanted to just recap the comp plan. I want you to understand. I want you to get excited about your comp plan. I'm going to say it one more time. This is meant for speed. This right here is what you need to sell some of your people that are in the funnel right here. This is what you got to sell people. This. Pierre, listen, you need to get in tonight. You need to get your package, because as soon as you get in, you take the next available spot on my team. My team's blowing up here. So when you get your spot, as people are added, they're going to be added, some of them underneath you. So watch this, Pierre. You saw the webinar. Do you see all those people that were on that webinar? This is where you guys use the webinar to close. There's people right now going to websites and they're buying the product and they're getting in. If you want to sleep on a pier, I get it. I understand that. But if you wait and those 20 people get involved, they could have been above you, and tomorrow when you get in, you're underneath them. So Pierre, all I'm saying to you is this: if you're going to make the decision to do it anyway, do it now. I'm telling you, you got to create that urgency. And I use my daughter, right? My daughter Jessica has 3,500 people underneath her because she got positioned. So this is why when we do a launch call, guys, when we do a launch call and you got somebody with 20 new people and I start saying first person takes this spot, second person takes this spot, this is how you see people going diamond and president their first week. Because they're creating this urgency within their initial group that they're going to bring in, okay, to take the position fast. And then we keep doing the same thing. Is it not true? It is true. But that's your binary. But as you build your binary, you're going to start to find and you're going to start to identify leadership where you start making really, really, really good money on check matching. Because out of my 95 people, what do I really have? 18 to 20 of the 95 that are really actually I'm earning check matching on. I at least it knows the exact number. I think it's about 23. Of the 95, I'm really earning check matching on. But you know what? 10% of 23 people's checks, it's significant. But that's why you never want to take your eye and stop recruiting. Why would you ever want to give up check matching? Recruit to retain. Recruit to retain. Recruit to retain. I had to recruit 95 to retain 20. Okay, but how many people would like to be, okay, double president? And I'm not saying that because it doesn't make a difference. All I'm saying is that's where you start to really understand this comp plan. It pays really, really well when you really get it. You got two components. A lot of companies have one component. They don't have the check matching. All right, so with that, guys, I want to turn it over for our diamond tips of the week. So if you're a diamond, you want to start, just announce yourself, how long it took you to get to diamond. Let's start there. Just touch on your background and give us your diamond tip of the week.
Hi, Jack. Fran. There's a lot of reverberation. So my name's Fran. Hold on 1 second. Sorry. Hold on. You know what? Somebody else can go first because I have two computers going.
Okay.
I have to get out of this.
Jeff.
Diamond.
Hi, Jeff.
Who's that?
Jan Fernandez.
Okay, Jen, you got two things going on too.
Gus. I don't know how to do your machine. I don't, oh dear. Okay.
If I can go while she's figuring it out.
Okay, go ahead, Fran.
Okay, so my name's Fran Gatto, and I've been involved in World since November of 2016. Jeff and Lisa brought me into the business. I achieved diamond about 4 weeks ago. And my tip for the day is it's all about zone one being recruiting. And this week I noticed that Humana, they're offering early retirement for older employees. And I did some research on it, and there's 51,600 employees. Now, they're not all going to do the retirement, but just to be like aware of what's happening in the market with downsizing of companies, that's a great place to recruit. And I also just went into Google and I had said, tell me all the retail stores closing in 2017, and everyone can do this. You will be amazed. Radio Shack, 1,430 stores. Payless, 808. And there's about 30 of them that are closing with huge numbers. Kmart, GameStop, Penny, Staples, they're closing 70 of their stores. So this is a good opportunity to reach out and track down people that work in these areas to see if they're interested in an opportunity. A way that you can do that is you can even go in LinkedIn and in your search bar. Now, I don't know if all these retail people would be on LinkedIn, but you could try it. Just type in, say, Kmart. Just type in Kmart and see what you get. Anybody in LinkedIn that works at Kmart, it would come up. So that's my tip of the day.
That's a good one, Fran. Wow, that's awesome. Talk about people to talk to. My question was, and you kind of answered it, was, okay, now that I know that Radio Shack's closing, where do I find the Radio Shack people? So,
yeah. Well,
okay.
you can actually also, even for Radio Shack, a Craigslist ad, would probably work well, with some of your retailers. I just had 2 people reach out to me from a Craigslist ad.
Nice. Okay, great tip. Great tip. Awesome. Thank you. All right, Jan, you ready?
Hello.
Go ahead.
Okay, good morning. I'm Jan Fernandez. We've been in the World Global Network since October last year. We got a phone call from James Chapman and Jeremy Roma. And okay, so let's see.
What's your rank, Jan?
We're Grand Diamonds.
Grand Diamonds.
Okay. Monday, we were leaving Irvine, Santa Ana. We had a plan to leave Irvine, Santa Ana at 1:30, be home in 2 hours so we could be on the live webinar at 6 o'clock. We had our plans, but we're on the 91, huge fire, backup. It took us 3 hours to get to 10 miles. So by the time we got to Riverside, we're like, okay, we got to stop, we got to pull over, more traffic. It's now 5 o'clock. So our attitude is being challenged. And so we're making phone calls while we're in the car. But when we pull over, we decide, let's get out of traffic, have a spot of food. So anyway, it's like constantly be thinking, okay, who are we supposed to meet? There's somebody in here we're supposed to meet. So we walked in, we could have been all irritated, just like held up in this fire, but we walked in, the nicest people in this little restaurant, and get to talking. The lady waiting on us actually owns the place, her and her husband. Her children are there doing homework. So you know what? We just thought, we're going to try your food. Thank you for being so kind to us. They opened a few minutes early because we were like desperate to find a restroom. So we're like all these things, and we could have been like really walking in there irritated. But you know what? Check your attitude at every turn, and at every turn, talk to someone. And she was like, yes, we would be very interested in hearing about your business. So open your mouth, have a great attitude wherever you go. You can't control the schedule all the time, but it's like, so what? Like Jeff always says, so what? Then, punt and make something happen anyway, wherever you are. So I just encourage you. Our plans don't always go as planned, but you have to enjoy yourself anyway. And hey, I got some good pictures of this amazing fire and all these rescue helicopter. I mean, oh my goodness, footage. So anyway, just have fun in the midst of all these challenges in our day.
Love it. Love it. Great tip. Have a good attitude. Always be prepared. And they had to check themselves. God, man, if I was in traffic for 4 hours, I don't know, man. I might have to stay in my car because my attitude would not be good. That's a great tip. All right. Anybody diamonds or above? Diamond tip?
I'm ready. It's Lisa and Tim.
Let's do it.
Okay. So I probably have said this before, but the one skill I have is staying in zone 1. And we know that's the most important part because I love check matching bonuses. And I can't tell you how important it is when you're on social media, maybe not LinkedIn, according to Melanie, but in everything else is really from your heart, start the friendshipping process. I have been doing this, but I have been getting so many people requesting to be their friend. And what I do, this is important. If you get somebody to request you to be their friend, the minute you accept it, thank them for the friend request. Go look at their timeline. This is not new news. This is old news, but I know a lot of you people are not doing this because you're in desperation. Relax, take a breath, really take a breath, and from your heart, friendship these people. And because now I've got all these conversations going. Yesterday I had not three ways. Zoom. I'm doing what you do, Jeff. Now we're doing Zooming. So I'm meeting people over Zoom instead of on the phone. And today I have another full day of meeting these people on Zoom. And so truly, the connection is better over Zoom. You get to know each other. You get people in your funnel. And it's just bottom line, fall in love with humanity, the diversity that this company brings to us, and how you can connect to the heart, find out about them, be the interviewer. And then you can, if you talk a lot and you're asking all about them, it comes to a point where they go, well, what do you do? Enough about me. And that's when you go, well, I'm in network marketing. Don't throw up all over them. I got a big team. I'm a founding member. Well, what is it? So you just got to be really good in your psychology and your emotional body and control it, because all of a sudden they're in love with you and they can't wait to find out more.
Love it. Shaylise, unless you meet a narcissist and they go, enough about me, what do you think about me?
Well, what you really do when you're doing that interviewing and you're talking to them, you're finding out what's not working in their life.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you just kind of back it up. You don't bring it on them and throw up. You just kind of, just say this and say, it's very relaxed. You're very relaxed about desperation, even though they may not have the word, but they feel it, and be very full and transparent.
Yeah, that's a great advice. Is a lot of people, let's face it, we come across desperate, we come across with dollar signs, and people see it. Relax, take a breath, and just have a conversation. Yeah. Perfect. Thank you, guys. Tim, Tim?
No, he's all right. Here we go.
All right. Well, I remember, we're such a high-tech, social media-based operation, it seems like. But, Jeff, you're always saying whatever gets you in front of people, right? And we're always sort of staying in the mindset of, well, whatever gets you out in the world, gets you in front of people doing something that you like to do. So meetup.com was a huge thing for us in our other business. We went to, I remember the first time we went to Phoenix, we didn't know a soul in the entire state of Arizona. So what did we do? We went to Meetup and we went, well, what do we like to do? At that time, we were really into law of attraction. So we found all kinds of law of attraction meetup groups, and we went there, and that's thrilling for us. So we had a great time. We met a lot of people. We didn't go there and throw up about our business. We went there to do the things that we like to do, and because our mood is high, we got a good result. We made great connections. It's not all the time, sometimes it was about something totally different. You're making a connection, but we're making connections, and guess what? Connections tend to expand, right? So I make a connection with somebody, maybe it's not about business, but pretty soon I'm connected to other people and maybe they're about the business. So meetup.com, great. And it's a great, just what do you like to do? Go to Meetup and see if there's a group about it. I don't care what it is.
Awesome. And remember, guys, Tim and Shaylise will be doing the opportunity call tonight. So get your guest on that call. And
Wednesday.
Yes, it is. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you, guys. Last one, guys. Who wants to do it? Diamond or above?
Hey, Jeff.
Who's that? Terry?
It's Terry.
Hi, Terry.
I have to, well, my tip today is, always try to be remember last week I said, be the best you can be. And always try to be learning and getting better. Well, this funny incident happened this week, and again, it teaches you, okay, get better. I had a phone call from, people get your name and they phone you to actually pitch a business to me. So I listened, and then I started asking questions, but I didn't take it far enough, because I started making assumptions, because he was with a company that I knew he couldn't build another company. And I asked him, he'd been there 14 years, he had a big group, and then my mind went, well, I'm not going to tell him what I'm doing. I did tell him what I was doing, and I left it with, if you ever were interested in this device. But I didn't take it that extra step, right? Then about an hour later, get this, Patty phones me, and she says, Terry, I just got a call from this guy. Another diamond, but the same guy phoned her. But she took it the next level. She didn't make assumptions. You see, I made assumptions. She found out, and she did it. She was very smart. She just looked it up on Facebook right away, found out by asking questions, she found out that he had a disabled wife at home that could be interested in the business. So she got him to a webinar. So that was such a good lesson to me, because I just read that book, The 4 Agreements, and one of the things it says is never make assumptions. And every day I have to just, give myself a kick and say, don't assume. Just remember that. Don't assume things.
I love it. You know what I love, Terry, that you used yourself as someone who did make the assumption, right? Because everybody thinks we're diamonds and above are perfect. Are you kidding me? Okay, we make more mistakes than everybody combined, but they don't affect us. That we just keep moving forward. And by the way, if you read a book, doesn't mean just because you read the book, you don't have to work on not making assumptions. You're just identifying that that's your issue. But it's a constant battle, guys. So don't feel bad. Listen to what Jan said. Don't take yourself so seriously like Shaylisa said. Okay? And just go out there and do. Terry, that was great. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right, guys.
Thank you, Jeff.
I got to log off because I got another call. So have a great day. Remember, Mr. Bob Bearden is tomorrow. Promote it. And I will look at the chat lines, and we'll make the announcement tomorrow of what we're doing with our opportunity calls. Thank you. Bye-bye. Great job, everybody.